Hi, I'm Karen Braun, a Xerox color scientist in Webster, and as a color scientist, my job is to understand color as sort of a mathematical concept that allows us to transform color between devices and to be able to get the colors that you expect off of your devices each and every time. We develop mathematical transformations from input colors to output colors. And in order to do that, we need to understand the math and the numbers behind color. Our customers are used to talking about color in a much more natural way. They describe colors as hues, such as red and blue and green, but they may modify those color words with object colors like apple red or cotton candy pink, things like that, things that are very natural, that as a color scientist, we need to be able to take those descriptions and transform those into, again, the numbers and the science that we need to get the colors that we want. In our user interfaces, it makes a lot more sense to allow our customers to use the language that they're familiar with and the concepts that they're familiar with, rather than having to understand all of color science in order to get the colors that they want on the page. And we can think of an analogy of when I go to a restaurant and I make an order for, let's say, creme brulee, I don't need to know all the ingredients or how it's made in order to order that. I just order it and I expect to get what I wanted. I expect that in the kitchen, the chef knows how to make that happen. So we've developed this natural language color technology, and it's available now to you on the web to try. Test it out, give us your feedback, and I'd like to show you that today. This technology can be found today in Xerox devices, including the Phaser 7500, and under the brand name of Color by Words. So here's the natural language color website where you can go and try this out for yourself, and I'd like to give you a little demo of that. There are various pull-down menus, and from those pull-down menus you're creating phrases of what you would like to do to the image. So there's lots of images you can choose from to try out, and here I've loaded a picture of St. Andrews in Scotland that my husband took on a recent vacation. In the first column, our words are which colors do I want to affect? For example, do I want to just change the vivid colors or the pale colors or the dark colors? In the second column, we have all the different color names that you might want to change. For example, you might want to change all the blue colors in the image or all the green colors or the red colors. And we've also added to this list what we call in color science memory colors, which are colors that you're very familiar with, such as foliage green or sky blue or skin tones. So if you only want to affect the skin tones, you can do that with this technology. The third column says, how much do I want to change those colors? For example, do I want to change them a lot or just slightly? Do I want to make them more or less something? And the something is in the fourth column, which is what's the change that I want to make. And we have lots of things in this column to choose from. For example, I could make the colors more blue, more yellow. I could make them lighter or darker, brighter. I could remove haze from the image if I want by saying make the colors less hazy, more vivid, etc. So what I'm going to do to this particular image is I'm going to try to improve it by just creating these phrases as I've described. So the first thing is, it's a pretty cloudy looking day, so I want to take all the colors in the image and make them a lot more sunny. And so I do that, I click on the plus, and that gets added to my list. I apply those changes, and you can see that I've made the image look more like it was captured on a sunny day. I may want to just affect the foliage colors, and I might want to make those a lot more vivid, for example. Apply the change, and you can see that the grass has become more vivid. I may want to make my sky colors darker so that they contrast better with the clouds. I choose that. I say apply changes, and you can see through these 3 simple phrases describing the change that I wanted, I've greatly improved the look of this particular image. We'll go through a second example. I have this image called Misty Trees, which has quite an artistic sort of a look to it, but I'm going to show you some things that you might consider an improvement. Again, I can affect all colors if I'd like by choosing all colors in the first 2 menus. And I can say I want those colors to be a lot less hazy. So I can remove that sort of fog that I had on that particular day that I took the picture, and immediately you can see sort of a brighter, more contrasty image on the right. You can also change colors pretty significantly using this. Change one color to a completely different color. And in this case, what I'd like to do is take those vivid yellow leaves, and I'm going to change them to be completely red. So I've taken my yellow leaves and turned them into red leaves. And I say apply changes, and you can see the kind of effects that you can get by just simply talking in the way that you're used to talking about color. Another interesting feature that we have implemented in the Natural Language Color website is the ability to try this out in different languages. By changing your internet options, you can change your language to French, Spanish, Italian, or German and give it a try in one of those languages as well. As part of Xerox's ongoing commitment to listening to our customers and open innovation, we really do want you to go, try this out, take it for a test drive, let us know what you think. Click on the link, give us your feedback, your comments, ask us some questions, and we'd love to hear what you have to say about it. You can find this technology at www.open.xerox.com, and thank you for joining me today.